Welcome to the Xploon podcast. Today we are with Mr. Haitham to talk about Dubai property market and to know how you can win as an investor or a professional.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks so much for having me.
Tell me, why real estate?
It happened by coincidence for me, but that was the best coincidence that I can ever had. Why real estate is because it's a combination of being in sales, strategy, psychologist, marketing. It's all over, and it's a very dynamic industry. And the UAE happens to be at the central of investment. That's why real estate. I think it's the best career that you can ever have.
How did you start? Tell us the story of your first sales, struggle, and the win.
Actually, I was lucky. I started working with a company called DDIA, Dubai Development and Investment Authority. That was my first job as in real estate. Dubai DDIA became Dubai Holdings later on, and where we are right now, Media City, Internet City, that was part of Dubai Holding, and it still is. And I started by a project called Dubai Healthcare City. In Dubai Healthcare City in phase 1 and phase 2, I started selling land. Okay. This is why I started leasing clinics and selling residential units. But I started by selling land. My first project was 127 million dirhams deal over there, but that was in 2005. It was an amazing start.
Amazing, yeah. Why Evera Developments?
Evera means life in Italian. So this is where the whole philosophy of our company means. So we're focusing into developing buildings that are very human-centric in a way that has a lot of spaces, play areas for kids and swimming pools. And we're customer-centric as well, that we are focusing on the living space. A lot of living space, smaller balconies, modern living and affordable luxury. So this is why Evera is it is as it is right now. Its mission is to continue developing in the UAE. We have projects starting from the JVC, we have in the Sports City, DWC, Maidan, and Dubai Islands.
For a 20-year-old looking at Dubai today, so what is your number one piece of advice?
I've seen a lot of passionate young people that come into this profession as well, from all over the globe. I've been here for quite some time right now, but this is the first time that I see a bigger mix of people that we haven't seen before. Something from the UK, we have seen from France, from Spain, all over the world. But my advice would be focus more on the knowledge, knowing the city, knowing the master plan, learn about different developers that's around, and focus less on commission. Mm-hmm. And that's the backbone for you on the future of being in real estate.
There are so many roles: sales, marketing, engineering. Mm-hmm. Where do you think a beginner should start to learn for a win?
If you are in sales and you enjoy human interaction, you're very much driven by numbers and achieving goals, I think sales would be the best place for you. If you're more into telling a story, I think marketing would be the place for you. If you're looking into building and shaping a community or a master development, then where do you start? And as an engineering.
Which developers do you recommend to focus on at the start of their career?
It doesn't matter where are you right now and which developer are you with. Focus, as I said, focus on the knowledge, focus on learning. And in the real estate market, after a while, you will start realizing that everybody knows everybody. It's a community on its own. Everybody's connected somehow. So it doesn't matter which developers are you in. So definitely you can join Evera, but any developer that has developed a project, delivered, and has a track record, it's a good place to start.
Investors are watching the news. Mm-hmm. How's the regional conflict is actually affecting the Dubai property right now?
What's happening is, if you watch the news, it's much worse. I mean, we're living over here right now. There's bombing that happened or whatever it is, interceptive. This is for me. This is the sound of safety. Is because we didn't move. You kept on doing your podcast for the person before me, and we kept on going with our lives. I mean, we heard a boom, boom, but we knew that this is interceptives. Sometimes I sleep and I hear this alert system, and I just look at it and I go back to bed. It's because I know this is a safe place. I know that they're taking care of us.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, I mean, I'm safe. And that's the safety of this place. If anything, it proves that this place, it's a great place. Not only safety in our communities, but safety as a military defense system as well. So yeah, I think this is only a dip that's gonna end very soon, and we're gonna rise from it stronger.
How's the UAE government handling this to ensure the market stays resilient?
UAE market is not emotional. It's structurally supported by government policy, regulation, and financial tools. Whenever there is geopolitical tension in the region, we see capital moving to a safe, stable jurisdiction, which is the UAE. The UAE has positioned itself during the years as politically neutral, economically open, and legally secure. So during these uncertain times, you will see investors coming back to the UAE and invest more and more.
Because of this, tourists are not coming, and there are a lot of investors who are investing in a short term with Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think if landlords go into long-term rental returns?
Long-term rental is the next logical move for holiday homes and Airbnb, but in a short period of time, because after a while, the tourism is going to start picking up again. And during the low seasons or during these uncertainties that you can see a different kind of tourist that comes to Dubai. Mm-hmm. My background is a little bit about hospitality, so I've seen this. The average daily rates will be lower, and people come in London looking for sun and sand and beautiful places will start coming. So it's not a bad thing. People will start coming back again. Yes, the average daily rates will go lower, but the occupancy will go higher. That's what I think about the current situation is. To answer your question is, do I think a long-term lease is better? Yes, for this time, yes, it's going to be the best option.
Rent versus buy. Is it advisable to rent and save the money or to buy?
As a developer and as an investor myself, I think this is the best time to buy. During this time, you will have an incredible deals right now on the table, and I've seen it. There's an incredible deals you cannot miss. So buying, if you are thinking about buying, that's the best time to look at your best unit that you've been eyeing for a while and go and buy it.
If many Airbnb landlords go for a long-term rental returns, there will be more supply and less demand. So rent might come down. Why does someone need to buy a new apartment instead of renting it for a low price? And what's your view on this?
My view is every economical cycle that happens, people think the same. Smart investors, they go and buy. It's because you're not looking at the short term, you're looking at the long-term investment. Yeah. So if you're looking at the long-term investment, that's the best time to buy. Just like the stock market. You look into the stock market, and when the prices drops, and you buy, and you sell high. And that's what had happened in real estate market. But real estate market is not like stock market. The real estate market is a long-term investment. So when the prices is right, buy.
Do you see this trend continuing long term, or this is just a cycle?
It's just a cycle. Most of the speculators have been expecting this for a while. It happened. So I think it's a short cycle, and we're going to see it pick it up in a few weeks, maybe a month. Yes.
And do you see anything odd happening? Like, is anyone using the market to scam investors?
Well, scammers is always there, but it depends. right now the customer is smart customer. Uh, Everything is accessible. The statistics in Dubai XP on RERA platforms, everything is there. This is what beautiful about the UAE. Everything is crystal clear, and you can have access to this knowledge always. Scammers is always going to be scammers, but I think the client right now, the investors right now, are very smart too. It's very hard to be scammed. And plus, the regulation that came with the UAE right now, there is an escrow account, there is the project name and the milestones that comes with the project. So, as I said, it's the regulation are very clear, and the process is very clear as well.
Gold, silver, stocks, or real estate? Where are you putting your own money?
Long-term investment is definitely 100% real estate. Short-term investment, buy stocks, buy gold. It goes up by the day. Real estate is for life. Real estate, we have an Arabic saying that says, العقار يمرض لا يموت. بمعنى, which means is real estate gets sick but never dies. It's
Yeah, but the people who cannot invest in real estate, I think they will go for
the-
gold, right?
Real estate.
Yeah.
Always buy real estate.
Uh-huh.
It's your home. It's where you're sitting. It's where you're gonna live. For you, for your kids. It's the future.
If real estate is illegal tomorrow, where will you put your own will?
I will still buy a land. Me personally, I always want to buy a land and develop something. I'm into sales, but I'm very visionary in the way that I want to do things. I think real estate is a stable market on the long run.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Xploon podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. That was absolutely enjoyable. I love the discussion. It was beautiful. Thank you again. Thank you for having me.
If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.